welcome to another Weight Watchers Blue Plan meal prep. I guess you could use it for any plan. So I have some recipes I'm excited about. Sorry, it's like 4 something in the morning. And I think it's going to be great because, you know, my favorite food person, Emily Bites, one of these recipes are from her. So let's get started. So I have a pan right now and my oven is preheating. I believe it's to 450. And I am just going to make a pan of center cut bacon. Center cut bacon is pretty low in points but pretty high in flavor. Well, actually very high in flavor. And I think it tastes really, really good. So I've gotten out of the habit, but it actually really helps me to be able to have already cooked bacon in the fridge because it's just something easy that if I'm feeling extra hungry, particularly in the morning, like I could just add a couple of pieces to my breakfast and it is going to help fill me up. And I do think it tastes better cooking it in a pan. But cooking it in the oven definitely saves on time. So I'm just going to pop this in the oven and cook it for about 15 minutes after I lay it all out. Okay, so I'm sorry I didn't show you the bacon. It was just bacon. My baby has been having a difficult morning. He is teething for the first time and it has been rough, poor guy. So I've been just kind of frantically doing it. But I am making a slow cooker recipe for French dip sandwiches. French dip sandwiches, one of my all-time favorite things. And I could definitely use a slow cooker recipe for meal prep because those are so easy, usually speaking. My mom recommended I try a slow cooker liner. I never have. But I'm totally open to it. So I lined my crock pot. One thing is that I'm supposed to sear the meat beforehand. I just don't have the time to do that, so I'm just going to put it in. This new mom thing is no joke. So in my crock pot I have about I think it's maybe 2.5 pounds of a round roast in there. She recommends I believe it's Light Cravings. I will double check it. She recommends using like a sirloin or a round roast. I can't remember if she recommends top or bottom. But like I said, she recommends to sear the meat and I definitely think it would probably add to the flavor of this. I just am trying to throw this in as fast as I possibly can. So sadly, I can't do that. All right, let's start adding our ingredients. So I have this, I don't know how to say it, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know does anybody know the true pronunciation? Probably I'm just don't know it. So adding a 1/4 cup, which I'm kind of surprised because I feel like this is a pretty powerful flavor, and usually this is usually I feel like it's in small amounts, but oh well. And then a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Here we go. And then we are adding our beef stock to the mix to make the jus. There we go. All right, and then pepper. This was supposed to be used. I'm not measuring out my seasonings. I'm seasoning it because I know in this size of a thing how much I like of each seasoning. So anyway, she recommended using the salt and the pepper to sear the meat, which I really wish that I could do, but that's just not going to be the case for me, but that's fine. And then garlic. She said 3 cloves. So I am going to add like 2 heaping tablespoons because I love garlic. And then rosemary. That kind of ended up being a little bit of a lot. And then, so we're supposed to have 3 bay leaves in here, but unfortunately I don't have a bay leaf, so I looked up and oregano is a substitute for bay leaves, and I actually love oregano, so I was pretty excited about it. And I believe that's it. So I'm going to set this on low and cook it. How does this plastic liner not melt? Makes me nervous. Anyway, but I'm going to trust life. All right, this has been cooking for basically all day. And oh my gosh, this is going to have such a nice jus sauce. And then if you could see, it pulls apart super, super well. I don't know if it was supposed to be sliced or not, but I'm going to do it kind of like shredded or pulled because I love it when it's so tender. This is going to, I'm so excited about it. Then you could see like the onions got super nice and soft. I hope this has great flavor because I'm excited for it. So this is the meal prep all done. Hey, it's obviously the next day because, well, not obvious, because I could change clothes for different reasons. But it is so, I just can't seem to meal prep all in one day. It could be because I kind of rely on crock pots a lot. But I still consider it meal prep even if it's not in one day, because it's like I'm prepping it and then like I'm eating it for days and days on end. Plus, I don't know if there's a hard and fast definition, so let me show you what I'm working on. This is going to be an Emily Bites one pot barbecue mac and cheese, but I am changing it up a little bit to make things a little bit more simple for me. So let me show you. In the crock pot, I actually have 2 pretty big chicken breasts in there. So because it's a 1-pot dish, she cooks it in a pot. I'm just going to cook it in the slow cooker, and she just lightly seasons it too. I'm going to use seasonings I like, which I just have some garlic salt. Okay, there we go. And then I'll mix this in as soon as it gets a little bit more cooked and I could shred it. So so she cooks it in a pot and cuts it up into chunks. I am doing the crock pot and I'm just going to shred it because that is just easier for me to just put something on and then shred it later. So I'll just cover this and just wait till it's done cooking. Alright, the chicken is all done. Remember, I am doing it in the slow cooker instead of cooking it in one pot because it's just easier for me. So for the rest of the ingredients, you need salt, pepper, some barbecue sauce, cayenne, light butter, macaroni, and then she is using regular milk. I am using, she's using skim, but I am using oat milk because I am pumping for my baby, and so this is supposed to be good for milk supply. So everything so that's the thing, but I think when I cook it doesn't make a difference in my opinion. Okay, so I have my shredded chicken and I'm going to add some of the barbecue sauce. Alright, so you are supposed to have 1.5 pounds of, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. 1.5 pounds of chicken and then use 6 tablespoons. So, okay, this is going slow. I won't make you guys watch me pour some of this in, but this is what I'm going to do. Well, this actually has much more of a better coating than I thought it was going to be, so I think it will have some of that barbecue flavor. I totally forgot the cheese when I was doing the thing. We also need cheese, don't worry, we can't have barbecue mac and cheese without the cheese. Okay, so I'm moving over to the stove, and on the stove I have melted butter, salt, pepper, cayenne, and then I am going to add 1/4 cup of flour yet another ingredient I forgot to mention. Good YouTuber, huh? Above there. So then we're just supposed to mix this in. Ooh, I think it's a little hot because it's turning brown real fast. Yes, I'm just going to mix this all together. I think I'm basically making a little roux here. Yeah. Whoa, okay, well, down. Alright, so to this we are supposed to slowly add in the milk. So I just started with about half a cup. Not about, I started with a half a cup. So I'm just going to mix this, get it nice and incorporated, and then add the rest of the portion to it. Alright, it's pretty smooth. And then you're going to do the same thing. So kind of slowly add the water and whisk it around. Alright, so now I am just going to let it boil. Alright, it's boiling. I'm going to add the pasta and then just let it cook for about 8 minutes. Alright, does anybody else have a hard time finding a light cheddar cheese that's shredded? I do. So, but I did have this from Trader Joe's. It's light or like reduced fat. Mozzarella, Monterey Jack, and cheddar. So I think this is going to be fine. I'm supposed to use light cheddar, but that's hard. So after it's done boiling, you just, it's basically half of this because it's 12 ounces. So I'm really excited about this. All right. So I'm just going to, okay, I have to do this off camera. Alright, I have some high hopes for this because it looks like it could potentially be maybe not super cheesy, but at least it looks not like dry pasta, which is great. So I'm going to just mix this in. Alright, watch me stir this. Please tell me, what does this texture look like to you? I'll give you a second and then I'll let you know what I think. Does this not look like you're stirring marshmallows into Rice Krispies for a Rice Krispie treat? Doesn't it look like the stringiness? I mean, it's obviously a very different flavor, but interesting. Woo, there goes it. So, all I have to do now is just add the chicken. And guys, I am so excited. This was pretty stinking easy. Ta-da! All done. If this tastes as good as I think it's going to be, I'm so excited for this. Alright, and that's all I have for meal prep. I'm going to have the sandwiches actually for dinner and then the mac and cheese for lunches. That's kind of my plan and I am so excited. So I'll be tasting these things and I might add another recipe to a quick recipe to my what I eat in a day. So stay tuned for that. And thanks so much for watching. Can you tell how excited I am for this pasta thing? Because it was easy and it didn't have a lot of no crazy ingredients. Emily Bites, she is a star. Anyway, so if you are new or if you liked this video, please hit the subscribe and the thumbs up. I am definitely focused on trying to make Weight Watchers videos that are quick and easy for a new first time mom. So if you don't have a lot of time but still want to eat healthy, I hope these will help you guys. And then also, if you haven't, my husband and I, what we do for our job is we have a little handmade business. So we are both sewing like crazy at wee hours in the morning while the baby is sleeping. But if you want to check it out, please check it out. Eric will have the link to the recipes and the videos down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.